Hey, Gui, how's it going?
Hi, I know. You're okay. You're okay.
Hello, everyone. I just had to step out for a second. I'm just getting over freaking out a little bit, which thankfully she's helping with me calming down. I just realized, so I've had a Star Wars action figure this week just on display in the corner here, and it's had issues because it's an ARC Trooper figure, so it came with like two little pistols and its hip holsters, and the one has always had issues where it slips out. And I picked up the action figure to make room for the dog bed, and I realized the pistol is missing. And it had to have been recent. So I tried looking back at old stream footage, and I can't see anything in terms of like it tipping over to give me a trajectory point of where the blaster could be. So I'm kind of freaking out. So if I seem a little off, that's why. No, Ahsoka did not. Doing good for the most part, though. We started building Lego Soundwave, which, kind of the reason why my desk is a smidge of a mess, but, I should not have gone live. I should have just taken the extra second to take a breath, but I'm like, I already delayed it basically almost an hour. Shit. I'm seeing on eBay nothing but customs. Great. That's not good. I gotta track that down. I think I know where it is. I think it might, like, trajectory-wise, the figure fell down towards here, and so that means it would have had to probably gone into the little corner over here and fallen down. So I'm not gonna do that right now to tear it apart, but I'll keep it in mind. That just internally pisses me off. But you're so cute. Hi, yes, you're so comfy. I don't know how long I have Ahsoka for, but it just was like, you know what? She hasn't had a cameo in a hot minute, and she's tired. You're tired. Nice. Yeah, I myself haven't been buying any of the F1 stuff. Like, I got like 3 pieces of F1 sets and then just called it a day. It's not my cup of tea. But I'm glad others are. Yeah, appreciate it, Gui. You would understand at the moment, probably. I mean, everyone understands, but it's just like the feeling of dread and devastation over not being able to replace something, and it's so small and tiny, and it's just. I swear, I'm literally gonna probably just toss. If I find the blaster, I'm gonna take Echo, because, like, again, I like displaying Echo, but I'm just gonna throw them with my other action figures until I can get a proper display going. It's such a chore keeping an eye out for that. How's the trading card collection going? Good. I got my hands on some Series 10. Hey, Chris, how's it going? And got lots of trading card content. Actually, we had a Ninjago mystery box from Chris a few days ago that we opened up with a lot of trading card related stuff. I don't think it's rare. It's just I don't know. Again, I feel like Collector Empire, if he was in the chat here, maybe he could correct me or not. But like, it's a mold of a gun, and it should just be made for like the ARC Troopers. But the thing is, like, they've made so many ARC Trooper action figures. I don't know if it's like the exact same mold. I mean, I could just pull up my sealed 5s, but I don't think that's going to be the best example. But anywho.
Hello, Ahsoka. You're so pretty.
Yeah. Nice. Glad to hear. I'll be over it in a bit. I just you know, here. So I do have a sealed ARC Trooper. Well, not really sealed, but here's ARC Trooper 5s. Give you an idea. So that is the gun I'm missing from my open Echo figure, and it goes in the holsters here. And my copy of Echo, the one holster just does not hold the gun properly. It just slips out if he falls over. And so that's what's happened is Echo has fallen over, and I'm missing that gun. So that's kind of pissing me off a little. I mean, maybe I can try researching if they do replacement parts. I'm just trying to see, when's the copyright on this? Copyright is 2020 for 5s. I don't know. It's something I gotta look into if I can't find it. But it's just, it's so frustrating. It's such a small fucking piece. And it's not like Lego where I can just be like, oh yeah, just go to Bricklink. No, I don't know anything like that, you know? Anyhow, I'll get over it. Once I start get back into building Soundwave here, I'll get over it for now.
But look at Ahsoka. She's so pretty. Yes, you were talking about you. Yeah. The pretty dog. You're tired. He's a sleepy Pomeranian.
So we got Laserbeak, Ravage, Micro Cassette Soundwave, and then the torso and arms of Soundwave built so far. How is there dog hair already on Soundwave? You're a Pomeranian. I'll tell you that much, Ahsoka. You are a Pomeranian. So yeah, I woke up, had my breakfast, and my dad was like, hey, delay your stream a little bit. I can get you Ahsoka. And I'm like, okay. That's the gist of what happened. But we're still building Soundwave. We're going to finish him today.
It's just we got a little Pomeranian to visit with. Yes, you're so pretty. Yes.
Now, I did store the bags in the box for whatever reason.
Big noise. Big noise.
Yeah. A weird noise. You're okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're set up enough to continue. Who's excited to get Soundwave built? I feel the need to just be so quiet because I don't want to annoy her, but at the same time I'm petting her, which is probably annoying her little naps. It's okay, I know you like being petted. Alright. Let's jump right into this. Bag 7. Also, I crashed more or less instantly. Like, I had a friend who asked me to play some Minecraft with them. So I played Minecraft with them for like an hour or so, and then I just crashed. So, oops, apologies if I hyped up Twitch for anyone last night. It didn't follow through. Oh, this is a weird new piece. New to me, at least. Check this out. I've never seen this before in my building endeavors. It's cool.
You are so pretty. Yes, you are, Ahsoka.
Get used to me talking to Ahsoka for as long as I have her on stream. I love this little dog. I shower her with love.
Yeah.
I should have gotten you one of your chew toys to sleep with. But you're just normally going to snooze because you're a Pomeranian. Pomeranians sleep so much because, I mean, think about it. They have like little bursts of energy. Where do you think that comes from? They're recharging their battery almost all day so that they can just be little bursts of excitement. Hello, 1%. How's it going? So, logically, that we're going to be doing Soundwave's leg. I'm actually curious. This doesn't look like it's going to be a full leg. I think it's going to be one leg every 2 bags. So it might be a bit until we start doing stickering again. But yeah, as promised, we're finishing up Soundwave today. Because why not? I'm so hyped for this set. I still got that feeling of dread, but I can feel it going away.
Yeah, I know. You're so pretty.
I keep saying I'm going to buy a pet jersey just so that way she can wear like a little Flames jersey that's like for dogs. I'd like to see her in that. I'd like to get her a Star Wars t-shirt too. Mostly surprised I didn't sleep in or sleep through all the day. When I woke up and saw that it was noon, I was like, dang, really? 12-hour nap? That's not bad. Oh, no. Oh, see, I saw the notification about you texting me. I just hadn't looked at it yet. You were asking me something about, like, my Lego purchases. Right? I don't even feel like I'm fully here right now. I don't feel awake yet. But yeah, Lego has that effect. I don't normally look when it comes to looking at how much I spent. I use Brickset normally as my way of tracking what sets and minifigures I have, but if I had just gotten on a site like price charting like I do with my video games, I probably have a better idea how much I've spent over the years, but no. I know price charting, you can track some of your Lego sets, but I just am like, no. And like, I know I haven't paid retail, or maybe I paid a little over retail for certain sets, so it's just kind of impossible, I think, at this point for me to absolutely track how much I spent. I'm pretty sure if I used Brickset's like valuation, I could get a rough idea. But yeah, don't look. Yeah, oh yeah. See, and like I bet you, like, if I just looked at trading cards alone, like if I like, okay, let's do that. Let's do that right now, actually. Just eBay purchases alone. How much have I spent on trading cards? I'm gonna get a calculator. This is rough numbering. Okay. I'm guessing I spent like almost $2,000 on these trading cards on eBay alone. 65.84. $229.7. Okay, I totaled up eBay. That's not accounting for duties or fees and tax. It says I spent about $850 on eBay alone. Do I keep boxes? Normally, yes. At least until I do a review. And then if it's like a set I don't think I need to keep the box for. So, like, for example, I'll keep the ARC 170 box. I think both copies I have. But for something like Duel on Starkiller Base, the set you gifted me, I won't keep that box. Because it's just like, it just doesn't look cool, you know? You think LEGO will make more prequel sets than the next one? I mean, I hope so. I hope so. But it really depends, because LEGO literally, the first Ultimate prequel set LEGO put out, they basically said, listen, you buy this or we don't do any prequel stuff. So I don't doubt they still have that mindset of, if you don't buy it, we won't fucking make it. And it's like, damn, okay. What about original fucking trilogy, you know? And it's hard because when a company basically bullies you with that kind of phrasing and they put out bullshit, like, I'd love to see more sequel sets. Not because I love the sequels, but I like the designs of the sequel stuff. But it's like, you know, all the sequel stuff that's come out in the past 2 years has been like bullshit. You know, so it's kind of hard if they got the mindset of buy it and we'll do more. And it's like they just put out shit. It's like they don't want us to let them do more, you know? Oh yeah, I know boxes have some value. It's just, again, like the Duel and Starkiller Base. They're really gonna keep that box around so I can get like $1 back. Just no point. Also, I never throw away instructions unless it's like a battle pack and I have like, I don't know, 20 copies of it or something like that. That's an exaggeration, but just to give you guys an idea.
I'm sorry, am I bugging you? You're so cute.
Guys, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the Pomeranian point of view. She is a Pomeranian Chihuahua. Her name's Ahsoka. She's so... See, her being tired makes me tired. And I'm like, I can't look at her like that. Otherwise, I'm going to be all sleepy too. Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. We are getting another sticker. Nice. Yeah. See, people say they won't buy it, but like after going and waiting in line and talking to like 3 people who said they weren't buying the turbo tank, like, oh boy, yes, 3 people not buying the turbo tank really made a difference, I'm sure. Actually, I'm kind of curious if like people have the mindset of like, oh yeah, day 1, don't buy it day 1, and then day 2, they're like, okay, it's been a day, I'm gonna go buy it now. There are people like that. Like, you gotta stand strong. You got to send the message, you know? I'm actually curious. If I look on Shop at Home, I should be able to look and see if it's still in stock or not at my local LEGO store. Assuming that the tracking thing is accurate. Clone Turbo Tank. It's not on back order online, so that's something. Sticker number 5. I don't think it matters how I place this. Oh yeah, I did also play the Fortnite live event before I went live here. And that was an experience. Kind of underwhelming a bit, but it's whatever. Just glad they're still doing live events. Okay, check store stock. Plug in my postal code. Wow, okay, it's still in stock. Interesting. I mean, it all depends on, there's a lot of factors to think about, but I think ultimately it boils down to, can LEGO get away with charging so much for so little, you know? And on people buying it, like seriously, I think LEGO will take into account how well a set sells just based on when it goes on sale, you know, if we wait long enough, you know? No, if you were to ask me what is like a good price I'd recommend trying to pick up the turbo tank at, keeping in mind I don't own a copy yet, honestly, let's see. Oh, that's not a cat. Her name is Ahsoka. She's a Pomeranian Chihuahua. She's just in the corner right here. That's her head. Okay, so let's see. Turbo tank is $200 retail Canadian. iTest says $130. $130 seems like a full retail price point for the Juggernaut. So that's probably what I'll aim for. Again, that's just going based off the eye test of the imaging here. I mean, maybe under 100, like maybe 90 would be even better. So I guess just, yeah, $100 off would be what I'd recommend trying to get this set for. Just going based off the eye test. Yeah. $100 Juggernaut, that's what I'd do. Collector, I got a quick question for you. That's not LEGO related. Vintage collection action figures. If you misplace a gun, particularly a DC-17, can you ask Hasbro to send you a replacement? Because I'm looking on eBay and I can't find any that isn't 3D printed. I think I lost one of my DC-17s in my vintage collection. 5s. Or no, Echo. So I feel like you'd be the best person to ask regarding that. So let me know. Yes, I like the look of the Game Boy. I'd be willing to pay full retail for Game Boy. When is next double points? If we're going based off of, like, if LEGO follows a pattern, which for the most part they do, I'd expect the next double points to either be end of September or mid-October. That'd be my best guess. Sorry if I'm slow replying to comments. I get on my own little tangents, or I'm just slow in general today. You are just out like a light. Yes. You're just out like a light. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I hope I can find it. I think I know the trajectory at which the figure tipped over. Because, like, the fucking thing that holds the DC-17 is loose on the one side. And I've known about that being an issue for a while. It's just when I picked up Echo, he was on his side. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's fine. And then I looked and it was missing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm kind of trying my best to not freak out about that. But I'm freaking out, you know? So I'm like, I'm already thinking, like, worst case scenario, how the fuck do I get it fixed, you know? But I thought, yeah, if anyone would know, it'd be you. Do you have the Coruscant gunship? Yes, I do. I don't know. I think I said in my review what I felt the comfortable price was for that, but like, let me just give a quick estimation just from looking at Shop at Home, because I don't remember the retail price off the top of my head. I'm at that point where I buy so much Lego, I say my piece and I kind of move on to the next thing. Okay, 180 for the Coruscant gunship. I feel like that's like 150. Like, the only minifigure that's a pain in the ass of a problem is Fox. But I feel like if you could pick it up for 150 Canadian rather than 180, that'd be a decent price point. Like, full price is questionable, but it's not the best. Granted, it's the only play scale gunship I own. I do wish it came with more Coruscant Guard minifigures, but there are so many ways you can get your hands on more Coruscant minifigures that I'm not really going a whole tangent really explaining what about that. It's just, it's widely available. They kind of fixed that in the sense of like that battle pack with the grunts and including one Coruscant Guard. So like, you pick up at least 2 of those, you can fill up your gunship, no problem. Do I wish it could fit more figures in it though? Yes, but for the size it is, you only need to buy like 2 or 3 more figures if you want Padme and Palpatine in there. I threw a Protocol Droid in my copy because the Protocol Droid polybag I got, the lore behind it was I think Palpatine's Protocol Droid. I don't remember what the name was. It was like a dark red Protocol Droid. But yeah, 150 Canadian. That'd be what I recommend, and lower for trying to pick up that set. Unless you could justify a good gift with purchase, which there is one going on right now. And that's just biased because I love Brickheads and I love Fortnite, so that's my 2 cents. Oh yeah, Lego Ninjago definitely gets away with a lot more, but it's not without its flaws, as we discussed before. With the whole revamp of it being Dragons Rising, the next gen of ninjas. I get it's called Dragons Rising, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've gotten more than like 2 dragons, because there's just so many dragons coming out. Like, I'm more of a mech guy than dragons. And that's like, I don't know. I don't know. I can go on a whole tangent explaining Ninjago, what I like and don't like with what they've been doing lately, but their pricing, for the most part, isn't as atrocious as Ninjago's. I think the main issue with Ninjago is just the appeal of figure selection. I think that's their biggest issue right now, if I had to say in a nutshell. How do I afford all this Lego? I don't. You know, I get myself in such a hole because I just... Okay, to be fair, I don't really collect anything else for the most part. Like, yeah, I dabble in like a little bit of this or that, but like for the most part, by the way, if you're new here, I am on the autism spectrum, is what it's known at nowadays. So people who are autistic tend to have a hyperfixation. So my hyperfixation is Lego. So of course my money lives and breathes Lego for the most part. But yeah, for the most part, I just find money however I can. I'm fending for myself like everyone else in the world, trying to make it work as best as possible. And then, yeah, this YouTube channel, it's just an expression of my appreciation of the hobby.
So I get to show off my cute little girl. Yeah, you're so pretty.
So, hope that kind of explains it. My goodness, I'm well rested, I swear, but like, I'm still tired. Ugh. Also, hi Eileen, how's it going? Good morning to you. Good afternoon, my goodness. Ugh. Is that an ATTE? Possibly you see one, depends. If it's this camera, I will be... No, you can't see an ATTE there. Maybe you're looking at this, which, yeah, there is an ATTE right here. And then I do have another one. So this one I have... So I did buy 2. I sold the Cody from it, and then that was the only thing I sold from the second copy. I filled this ATTE up with 501st figures, I didn't swap out the tiling to be blue. I just didn't care to. This was more trouble than it was worth. And then this one I have filled up with 212. And then, yeah, I need to take pictures of my clone shelf and just post it to Instagram, just so that you guys can see that. But, like, yeah, I'm reworking all these shelves slowly but surely. But good eye. Good eye.
Hi. You doing okay? You're so pretty.
No, I got Loot Llama, NES, some other random shenanigans, some clone helmets. I got a little bit of everything. I'm a chaotic display, essentially. Oh yeah, absolutely. Lego's cheaper for Americans, which is probably why you see a lot more, like in the YouTube space, in my opinion, you see a lot more American Lego YouTubers than you do Canadians, just because it just, shit's expensive, man. I'm happy to be lucky enough to live in the one province in Canada where GST is only 5%. So it's probably like my Lego is the cheapest in all of Canada, arguably, in terms of paying retail. I think everywhere else it's like 10, 15, 20%, something like that. On top of the retail price. So that's another way too. Is like I just got luck. Some luck. This is intriguing me. Yeah. Alberta is just cheaper in terms of buying Lego. At least in terms of talking about GST and all that. Hey Carter, how's it going? What are we doing here? I'm curious. This has got to be like it's Technic that we're doing. So I'm like, okay, what kind of Technic shenanigans is this build having me do? Big noise. No, I lied. You're just out like a light. You just could not give a care what your papa is talking about. Hey, Ahsoka. You're just snoozing away. Ahsoka's happy so long as she gets to hang out with her papa. As long as she can hear my voice and be as close to me as possible, that's all she cares about. Yeah, that looks like that matches the diagram. No worries, Brian. Have a great rest of your day. May the force be with you as well. Lego team. What's your Lego team? UK, Europe, Australia. Oh, yeah. See, I could go on a whole dive into like why that probably is, but I don't have the emotional capacity to do that right this second. And that's a whole nother deep dive. Like, we will absolutely get sidetracked if I try and pretend like I know what I'm talking about as to why Lego's more expensive in different countries. Plus, that would also be riding the fence a little too closely, I think, in terms of trying to adhere to my rule of not being too real. Because, like, again, as much as Lego's an escape for me, I try and make this an escape for you guys. Or I keep it focused on just the Lego stuff for the most part, the hobby stuff. Just been my one general rule here. for the most part. Let's see, where is this going? Oh, okay. Interesting. And then what? That goes like that? Okay. I'll flip this around. Okay. What even is this? Huh.
Hi, sleepyhead.
She opens her eyes up every few seconds here and just kind of looks at me.
Yeah, you're so pretty. You're sleeping like a little dog. Big noise. Okay, big noise.
I try and let her sleep as comfortably as could be.
Yeah. Oh, big stretch.
I know she's always listening to me too, because her one ear is perked up.
She just likes hearing my voice.
I love this little dog, okay? I'm sorry if I get a bit annoying, but like, hey, she is on the channel logo.
She's the mascot.
Oh my, yeah, sure. My apologies. I just kind of rushed the setup here. How's that? Hopefully it doesn't drown out my voice too much. Also, we had 2 sets leaked today. I'm not gonna show off on stream here what the leaks are, but like, go give Get Cooped a follow on Instagram if you want to have an idea. If you want to pull it up on like a separate device. But we had the Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl. Good chunk of the box got leaked, and while I don't want to say it's a day one pickup, it is absolutely going to be a pickup for me. I liked the Pirates movies. I haven't seen them in a hot minute, but like I do like the Pirates movies. And that would be like the most iconic thing for me to get my hands on. It was like, yeah, all I have in my collection for Pirates of the Caribbean is the pre-order bonus poly bag for the Pirates game. And then as well that got leaked, I'm actually surprised this is a full set. I thought it was going to be like a box set or something like that. Releasing on November 28th. Now, I know people are going to be like, oh, is that going to be your birthday purchase? No. I didn't grow up with Star Trek. But I can appreciate the set for what it is, and I'm honestly like vibing with the figures and all that. It looks very nice. It comes with the Picard. It's the Picard Star Trek one. Like, again, someone's gonna correct me on what Star Trek that is, but like I already said, I didn't watch Star Trek at all. Like I watched the remakes by J.J. Abrams. That's all I've seen. So unless they start releasing a Chris Pine Enterprise, I don't have any interest personally, but it does look good for like 400 US. Ooh, really? Is that actually what it retails for? 400? That does look actually kind of small. Maybe a bit cheaper would have been better, but again, it's a leak, so maybe better images will come out in the next month or so. That's fair, Carter. That's fair. Yeah, hopefully I turned up the music enough for you. I wanted to go with chill music vibes right now because that's kind of how I'm feeling. Nice and quiet and chill. It's just I woke up recently and I'm just building. Right, I need to put this in here. Yeah. I looked at the price last, and I was like, ooh, 400 US? Yeah, that's a bit much for what you're getting. Eileen, if you want, I can send you a link to the Instagram post. I don't know if you're following that person on Instagram or not, but like I can send you... Oh, did he remove it? I'm going to take a screenshot just in case he removed the post. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a literal photo off of here so I can send it to you, Eileen. Because I got a funny feeling as soon as I refresh my page here, it's going to be he removed the post. Let's see. No? Okay, well, why the heck was it not letting me like it? Weird. Either way. Maybe I still can send the link. Whatever, I already got the picture. Here you go, Eileen. There's the rough picture for you. I hope it's in decent enough quality.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you, little girl. That little wolf girl. Yeah, sure did a wolf.
Okay. Yeah, whenever the dogs howl, I hear her howl like a little wolf.
She may be tiny, but she is mighty.
Do you have a Lego backlog? Or have you built everything at this point? I got such a Lego backlog. Like, I'm not at all worried I'm going to run out of Lego to build. It's just deciding what Lego to build. That's my problem. And see, with that, I also have Lego sets I need to review, and it's like that pile is huge enough as it is. I'm sure, like, if I put myself in the mindset of YouTube as a job, I could get everything all cranked out, but it's like, I keep telling myself this stuff is just a hobby. I don't need to put blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's just not necessary. It'll ruin some of the fun for me then if I do. 3.5 shells. Oh, wow. My whole bedroom is nothing but plastic bricks. Like, I've been collecting, I think, ever since, like, 2011. And I really went hard in the collecting in 2020. That's when I started getting adult money. Where is that thing? You say it exists, and I don't see it. Oh, it's because it's right here. There we go. Oh, wait. I did this wrong. What set was that? I think the set I built like 2 weeks ago was Poe Dameron's X-Wing, if I'm not mistaken. Was that 2 weeks ago? I have no idea. Let's see. I always try and build most of my Lego sets live. July 19th. That was about like 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago. It's so funny. Every time my dad comes to grab Ahsoka, she just gets so mad at my dad. You could honestly tell how much Ahsoka is just swearing at him. Like, no, you can't take me. I'm here right where I belong. It's so funny. It's like when my dad eventually does come to grab her, you guys will see what she's like with that. It's cute. And normally she'll cuddle up next to me, trying to be like, protect me, or she's protecting me, vice versa. She's such a cute little dog. Oh, yeah. Did you get that set on clearance? I still got to make my review for that set, but that's a clearance buy all the way. In my opinion. Like, would not recommend paying full price for that. Like, half off is probably roughly what you should be paying for that. Hey Dion, how's it going? It's alright, we're just vibing, man. Just chill vibes this afternoon. I'm not fully awake yet. I don't know if I will be until like way later this afternoon. What is this we're doing here? I don't know. That is a good question, Collector. She's kind of a mix of both. Weird. Okay. I agree, Carter. That's me. Like, there's stuff that's available at retail, and then I got a whole list of stuff that's retired. And then it's like, okay, I keep finding stupid stuff to add to my wish list. So, like, right now, my phase is, like, I'm going through a trading card phase. I know damn well it's not going to be a phase at this rate. But, yeah, there's a bunch of Lego trading card stuff I still need to track down. Like, there's some tins I'd like to be able to track down that I have in my eBay cart. But, like, yeah. I gotta take it one day at a time. That's supposed... No, that's this. Okay. Interesting. No, but she's got a bestie named Sabine. I got puppy photos of Ahsoka and Sabine. We got Ahsoka in May, and then we got Sabine a month later. But Ahsoka was the one I had attachment to. No, we got Sabine in June actually of the same year. Either way, my mom wanted to call Sabine Chewie, and Sabine is a female Australian toy shepherd. And I'm just like, you're not gonna name a female Australian toy shepherd Chewie just because they have furry hair or whatever like Chewbacca. And I'm like, no, just no. And I like, trust me, I looked up because I know there's a few female Wookiee names, and I'm like, why don't we name her this and that? And she's like, no. So I'm like, all right, I got to think of a Star Wars name that is relevant. And I thought, okay, Sabine, because Sabine was showing, like, you know, she's a playful dog, you know. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about there, Chris. Get Cooped posted on his Instagram about that. It's like 400 US. But yeah, Sabine and Ahsoka are besties. I call Sabine a pirate now, though, because there's like something wrong with her eye, and we had to get it removed. So I call her the pirate Mandalorian warrior. She lost her eye in combat. She didn't. It was just, I say that for fun. And Ahsoka's just been a little sweetheart ever since I've known her. I mean, like, there's technicalities behind it, but, like, Ahsoka isn't technically my dog, but emotionally she is. I'll say that much. Yeah, you're so pretty. Aww. Oh, he's a big stretch. Good girl. I wish I could shave my head off like you are, Dion. just haven't done the lore yet. We need to get the lore done. Holding y'all in such a limbo, and I'm torturing myself at the same time. Sorry. You know, for a brick built leg, this thing is chunky. I've had times where, like, when I'm hanging out with Ahsoka and I film a review, like, she likes to hang out on my bed, curled up in my blanket, and, I'm just, you know, spewing off whatever I think about a Lego set. And I've had, like, the occasional time where she's, like, listening to me, like she is, like, right now. I know she's sleeping, but I know she's listening to me. She will literally bark. And, I don't know, I got the clip somewhere, but, like, I got a perfect clip where, like, I'm ranting about Lego. And then I stop to take a deep breath in, and she just starts yipping and barking her opinions. And it's such a cute, funny clip of her chirping in. Yeah, honestly, Dion, no, the hair's at the perfect length. Like, we might actually get to a point where, like, I might just say, okay, I'll start trimming it back a little bit, just so that way I can keep it at that length. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna let it get that far. No way. Interesting. There's a lot of, like, techniques here. And that's obviously for the transformation. I'm curious to see how it all plays out. And then it's like, yeah, I'm wearing my bandana nowadays, and it's like, that's something I've been pondering in my head too, is like, okay, after I'm done with all the channel lore filming and all that, do I still rock the bandana? Because, like, obviously the bandana helps with the long hair look, but, like, I don't know. All I can hope is that when I eventually do get this channel lore stuff done, that A, it translates as decently as I can hope, and then secondly, that you guys enjoy it for what I have to try and do. I don't know. I've come closer. Like, I'm wanting to update the sig fig. I've toyed around in my head about, like, do I do, like, make, like, official custom sig figs of all the characters that will be shown off, just so that you guys can try and recreate them if you want. But I've been researching, like, Lego pieces and whatnot to try and do that. I think for sure, like, okay, obviously there's my main sig fig, but I feel like you guys will, with the characters I've been toying around with, I think you guys are going to want a Jordan sig fig, and then the villains sig fig. So, like, I'm trying to prioritize those two designs right now, and for anyone who might be curious to try and recreate for their own collection. Purist custom. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, no, not like that. Okay, we're almost done this leg. I'm so excited to see how this looks. TMOG CMF series? Oh boy. That's not bad of an idea, actually. Call it the Snap Collection.
Hey, sleepyhead, what you doing? Yeah, you having fun? You just hanging out with me? Yeah. Yeah, you're having fun. You having a good nap? Yeah? Yeah, you're just hanging out.
Actually, that could work. A little CMF one, because I'm just trying to think. How many characters do I have? It's like, yeah, it's doable. It's doable for sure.
Oh, it's a weird stretch. Want to stretch your tummy? Yeah? There you go, scratch your tum-tums. Right, now you go back to sleep.
See, I wish I could name off every lore character, but like not all of them have been revealed yet. Am I blind or something? Or is there a 1x4 tile? I didn't like accidentally use it, right? Here, I'm just gonna use the pieces at my disposal, and then I'm gonna try and not freak out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place. Place. Yeah, I'm missing a 1x4. So where did I put it? Oops. I think it's this. Yeah, that's what happened. I placed the 1x4 here, and I was supposed to place 2 of the 1x2s. That's what happened. Figured it out. Easy fix. See, okay, if I do tackle like a hockey TMOG sig fig, I'm like, okay, yes, I know there's like NHL minifigures from like the early 2000s, but like I honestly would think it'd be better just to do minifigure factory copies of those. That's another thing I gotta figure out. Like, you can make specific designs online for minifigure factory, but can you do like quantity of them? I don't think I did this right. Because the image is showing this being seamless. Oh, wait. Hello, British Nanny. How's it going? Something's not right here. No, that is right. So, then what's wrong with this? Hold on. Yeah, that's like that. Like it's supposed to be. And that's attached to that. That's all attached right. I always get caught up on like this dumbest things. Okay, so are we just going to chalk this up to being a render error? Here, let's finish this a little bit, and then I think the issue will make itself more presentable then. No, it's just me. Because this looks seamless. That's what it's supposed to be. It's seamless. And then there's this, which flips out. I think that's just a render error. So, like, here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, you see how, like, there's a gap right here? On the instructions, it's saying, like, there's not supposed to be a gap when these are out like this. But the thing is, when you transform this leg like it's saying, like, that feels like that's right. So I think I just need to chalk that up as being just a rare render error, because, like, I'm looking at the techniques here. Everything looks right. It's just the angle of the instruction is weird for the render. So that's what I'm going to chalk it up to. Unless it becomes blatantly obvious later down that it's something else. That's just what I'm led to believe. As to what's going on. Oh, shoot. That is a cool technique. I wonder where that leads, though. Yeah. That's all I can think of right now. That makes sense. Okay, so Soundwave's on the side there. This is like this. And we attach that. Hey, Crimson, how's it going? Okay, so now the instructions just wants to have it like that. And then we're doing work on the other leg. No feet? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, instructional rendering error. Like, I guarantee you, if I download the Lego 3D instructions app, it'll be like confirming that, yeah, it's just a render error. It's the only thing that makes sense. No, sleepy. No. See, one of Ahsoka's favorite activities is to have naps with her papa. He's one of your favorite activities, yes. And then we'll jump back to it again. All right, let's change up the music a smidge, eh? I'm kind of feeling more awake now. What are we thinking? What's this? No. Hey. Yeah. I think we're currently on bag 9, so there's like 3 more bags left to go. Excited. Oh my goodness, hold on. Does that intrigue you? Does that intrigue you, little Ahsoka? Yeah. Is it not cool anymore? Has it lost its coolness for you? Yeah, it makes noise. It's cool, huh? Okay, you're done with it. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Dion. She was so interested in that, and then she's like, okay. 30 frames. Surprised they didn't give him his foot in this portion of the build. We're gonna give it to us last.
Hi. Hey, sleepyhead. What you doing?
Oh, okay. It's got chocolate, beautiful furry colors. Yeah, you go have a nap. I'm loving this, dude. It is awesome. I got Ahsoka here chilling with me for a bit as I'm finishing off this set, and the only thing I dislike is how the sound brick was packaged. That's the only thing that's like made me think, what the heck. Other than that, it's been nothing but perfection. I've been like wowed by this. Like we're like almost done. I feel like we're on bag 9 out of 12, and I'm like, I don't think there's anything that can make me think that this set is garbage. Like the stickers aren't horrible as far as I'm concerned. Techniques are cool. A very enjoyable build experience. Well, so I hope you're having a good day so far, Stuff. I've yet to watch your vlog. I haven't had a chance to watch your release day vlog. I know I got it on my watch list, though. I'm very excited to see what you picked up.
Makes noise.
Oh, we got a little thing here. What does this read out? Let's see. The model's conversion is directly inspired by the engineering of the original toy. We added some additional steps and functions like collapsing shin panels while adapting the design to Lego form. Interesting. Kind of a weird place to put that little info thing, but like cool. I like little details like that. I wish more like Lego sets would do that, like kind of explain the design choice. Kind of feels like make you feel more connected to the build. I'm just loving this, man. This is like my most anticipated set of 2025. I don't think anything can top this set. I really don't. Hey, Kate, today. Yeah, I agree. I really am a firm believer that just for me personally, nothing can top this for being the set of the year. Like maybe the vending machine, but like just this just checks so many boxes for me. Hope the music isn't too loud for you guys and that you're able to hear me just fine. Let's just for paranoia's sake, just a smidge. Paranoia's sake.
Okay.
I turned it down a smidge. I hope it's better now. Let me use this. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay, I got a line. It looks a bit much. Like for 400 US, it seems like a bit much for what you're getting. Granted, I think that there looks like there's arm printing on the figures. 400 US just doesn't seem like where that's at. Like somewhere around 200 US, what's been leaked so far, feels like where that should be. I think that if you're giving me like a top 3 Lego sets I want to track down next, that's on my wish list. Let's see, I'm pulling up my wish list. Just off the top of my head, I want Lloyd's Transforming Jet, minifigure vending machine, and then I think the Mecha Team Leader. Those are probably like my top 3 sets I'd like to track down next. I think that's like what? 130, 240, 300. That's about $600 to $700 Canadian monies that I need to get my hands on. And of course, with the way I am, I gotta wait for like a good gift with purchase or something like that to jump on. Something like that. I still also need to track down the upscaled Space Baby. I feel like that's gonna go up soon. Oh, the Mario Kart is another one I'm kind of excited for. Yeah, those are like my top 4 most anticipated sets that I'd love to track down. Yes, this is the theme music for Force Unleashed. I just threw it on because why not? It's a hype song. I am gonna change it in a bit though. What am I looking for? This. Second last sticker. I don't think we're gonna do. Yeah, literally the last sticker is for the plat. This wrong. Hold on. Nah, this game that game holds such a special place in my heart. Like that was the childhood Star Wars game for me. Like, I'd go bonkers if they made another Force Unleashed set. Especially if it was Force Unleashed 2. Like, that'd be my expectation. Like, if they tackled Rogue Shadow again, they really should just tackle some Legends stuff based off the video games. It's so much money just sitting there waiting to happen. And, like, before anyone recommends it, I have looked at customs. They're just... Everyone's just made customs of Starkiller. And even then, they haven't made enough variety of his outfits. It's just Force Unleashed 1 and Force Unleashed 2 cover art Starkiller. And I'm like, how many suits that guy has? And it's like, okay, I'm looking for a good Ram Coda figure as well. And Proxy. Like, just anything Force Unleashed. Like, I don't even care if it comes in the form of an anniversary minifigure thing. Just give me Proxy and Coda. You know? That'd be a cool dog name, naming your dog Proxy. Coda is probably more dog feeling. Like, come here, Proxy. I'm just a happy snoozer. I know I did a playthrough like a month or two ago of Force Unleashed 1 and 2, and that was just so great, being able to play through that. I would love to go back and play that game in a few months, just so I can do the Unleashed mode, which is like ultra hard version of the game. I'd love to do that, just for the sake of the challenge. Because, like, I've had a playthrough where I just enjoy the game, and then a playthrough where I'm doing try hard. And so I've been doing the same thing for Dead Space. Like, I did a playthrough just on normal, and then I'd like to do a playthrough on, like, batshit insane difficulty. As, like, a way of revisiting the game. And I know there's like a bunch of LEGO games I need to play through too. Just trying to find that good mesh of time management, I guess. Come on, get through the Technic pin. There we go. And then what, do we connect this? I think so. I assume we connect that. Yep. Alright, let's change this up a bit. Hello, Dominic. How's it going? We're gonna roll our eyes. I just like listening to the same old music, okay? I'm autistic that way. Oh, can't lose that. We'll put it as vlog tag on it. Neat. Okay, so this goes to the side. We're gonna start working on that weird panel on the side. That is a lot of words, and a lot of them don't register with me. Jaded. I gotta look that up. I see RC buggy, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. It just doesn't click with me as to what that is, though, fully, if I'm being honest. But it does sound cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is cool. Neato. Your paws are getting red. That means you're really having a snooze. Yeah, same issue on here. It's got to be a rendering error. Alright, bag 10 out of 12, everyone. Oh, nice. That's cool. I keep checking my phone because I'm paranoid it's going to tell me that storage is full, and then I got to take a minute to upload the speed build footage. I did clear up some space, not a whole lot. I think I freed up an extra 2 gigabytes last night. Apparently, text messages, when I get images sent through text messages, that is stored as gigabytes or whatever, so I deleted some old photos that apparently was being saved, so freed up like 2 gigs. Technology's fun like that. I'm just gonna attach this. I know it's gonna be attached later. Just do it now. Oh, you cut your hair. Okay, I was like, what are you on about for half a second there? Right on, Dion, right on. He's almost got Soundwave's other leg, and then he can basically almost stand up. Well, he needs his feet still, but for the most part. Hollywood rides. That's cool. I'm in locked in mode. I'm just so focusing right now on this build.
I'm locking in, guys.
Say there's a technic? I say there isn't. There's no way. Oh. Okay, have you seen a yellow technic axle? I need it. That's not good. Stop the music for a second here. Stop the music. This is possibly a big idiot moment or a big oh no moment. I'm leaning towards oh no moment. I think this is an oh no moment. Now, before anyone starts typing to check the bags, I am doing that as we speak. So this bag 10 I had to open. There is nothing. That is not good. There is no way that this finally happened to me. Great. Fun. Okay. Yeah, bag 10, there is no way I could have screwed it up. Because literally all we built was this stuff right here. And it is not in here. No, I've literally been ripping the bags and throwing it to my side in the event that maybe a piece got whatever. So, okay. Hail Mary moment. Does it say? It's a 5? Okay. 613008. I do triple? No, I didn't put the triple. Oh, wait, okay. Oh my, there is a very slim chance. Six 1-3. Oh my god, yes! Bricklink come in clutch. I parted out a set in April that came with 2 of the pieces were missing. And it is confirmed missing. I have 2 in my store. I just deduced 1. I know exactly where it is. Hail Mary moment. I would hate to have had to stop the stream until I got the piece back. Oh my goodness. Hail Mary, indeed. That's what we were missing, that yellow Technic axle. I had one in my store. I checked the bags. It's not in the bags, by the way, and it's so obviously not here. Holy crap. That is a lifesaver moment right there. I was gonna be so annoyed if I had to call customer service and say, hey, it's not in here. I mean, yeah, it isn't, but like top 10 reasons Bricklink can come clutch. It's worth 2 cents as well. My iPhone storage is actually almost full, so we might as well just take this time to upload the speed build footage. But that's crazy. I've never had... Okay, I have had missing pieces in the past, but like, I haven't had a missing piece in a Lego set in so long. And that's such a crucial piece, too. Hi, come here. No barkies. Come here. Come see Papa. So I was building a section of Soundwave, and I was missing a Technic axle. I checked the bags. I checked all around. Checked in the instruction booklet. It just, I was missing the piece. So I looked up the piece number on Bricklink to see what sets it came in, because maybe I was about to strip it from a Lego set I had. And then it turns out I recently parted out a set that came with that piece, and I was like, what are the odds? So I looked at the piece number in my store's inventory, and I had it in my store. So it's just simple as just grabbing the piece from where I had it stored, and bada bing, bada boom, 2 cents deducted from my store. But hey, saves me having to wait like a month for Lego to replace that piece. Hi. Exactly. Bricklink comes in clutch for me. I've had missing pieces in a hot minute, but like it's such a clutch moment when I do need to look at my store. Hi. Yes, you're here now. It's possible, although I'm willing to bet very unlikely. I mean, if by some fluke I have an extra, and that is the case, like I'll just throw it back on my store. But for the most part, for right now, I need that piece to continue to build. But we're just taking a quick... No, you can't... Okay, you want to go back to bed? Here you go. She doesn't want to be held. She's being a stubborn palm. Yeah, you're being stubby. So, don't you sigh at me. You're being stubby. You were barking. So I'm just dumping the speed build footage because it's like almost full on my laptop, and then we'll continue building. But yeah, oh my goodness. Clutch Bricklink moment. Hey, let's get this music back going for you guys while we wait. That's the wrong tab. It's been fortunate. Like, I know people have missing pieces all the time. I've just been fortunate where I don't think I've had that issue for like a year. It's a quick cuddle break. But she doesn't want cuddles. She just wants to be next to me. And then bark at Grandpapa, who's in the other room that she can hear. Yeah, I can hear him too. Yeah. Let's see, is any other Lego sets leaked? Oh, that's right. I was farming a Twitch drop. Is that still farming or no? Okay, so there's two things that there's a back bling drop and there's also a wrap drop on Twitch for Fortnite. I was going to if I couldn't find the piece in my Bricklink store, because Bricklink is the Hail Mary. Like, first thing I do when I notice I'm missing a piece is I double check the pile, I double check the bags, I double check the instructions. It's not there. Hail Mary is checking Bricklink and seeing if it's in my Bricklink store. That's the Hail Mary, which thankfully I had that piece. Oh wow. I think the most pain in the ass thing for a Lego piece being missing I got was the Lego Ninjago Lloyd's, it was the Island Wave, Lloyd's bike. I was missing the sail. I was able to complete the build otherwise, but it was just straight up missing the sail. So I called customer service and they're like, oh yeah, okay, we'll get that to you. That's like been the most pain in the ass piece I've been missing that I just obviously could not replace. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would instantly call customer service. But the thing is, it's just like, I want to finish Soundwave. So it's just like, you know, I was dreading having to call it the stream there. Because obviously I can't continue. It's such a, if it was like a tile, sure I would have been able to continue. But it's a Technic axle rod. It's kind of crucial, you know? What are you sighing at? You are a Pomeranian. You're adorable. Little munchkin. Yeah, you got it good down here. Boop your little snoot. Boop. Yeah, you have a good nap. I don't know. I think the last time I called customer service was over some bullshit where I just didn't want to have to place multiple orders for a gift with purchase. Oh wow, the multi-pack went up in price. So on Amazon there was like a multi-pack. It now reflects the full retail price of all these sets combined. So the only way you'd want to buy this is if you just wanted a fancy box to add to your collection. No thank you, I'm good. What? We're getting Power Rangers in Fortnite? And is that a new Halo skin? I'm going through Twitter and this is where all my gaming news is. I know, you just got the shittiest luck in terms of Lego retail. Yeah, fair hoarder. I never watched Power Rangers, but like I know what Power Rangers is. Okay, so Wally is available for pre-order on Lego's website now, apparently. 43279 is the set number. Let's see, what is it? Am I right that it's going to be 90 Canadian? Yeah, 90 Canadian for Wally. So I'm going to add that to the I could pay you 90 for that. That's worth full retail. And that's releasing September 1st. Celebrity with them. Really, is that simple? Oh. Speedball footage is almost uploaded, so we'll get back to finishing this set soon, guys. I used to know all my local Lego stores employees. I don't anymore. They change hands, or they used to change hands so often. I think the Lego store now that they've changed the head manager, it doesn't seem like there's as much turnover of employees as there used to be. So, I mean, like, it could be worthwhile to try and get to know some of the employees now. That doesn't seem like they're gonna fucking leave as quickly. But again, that requires me actually going in the store, and we all know going into the store to a Lego store just to browse is like good luck, you know? I will admit though, like there is like one or two Lego store employees that just, I don't know if they still work there or not anymore. I haven't really asked, but it's just like, they kind of made me not want to do vlogs, and that's like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's like a tiny portion of the reason as to why I haven't released the October's vlog yet. Is because I'm being so harsh on myself for, like, I'm gonna keep it in there where I'm ranting about the store employee, but I just dread that as like a self-image. Like, I don't like to complain about people as being people, especially if they're doing their job supposedly. But it just sucked out so much joy. Because it's years and years of, like, habits being drilled into it. Which is a shame, because, like, I love doing vlogs. It's just a shame that I've gotten to a point with doing Lego release vlogs where I just don't want to, out of, like, you know? I don't know. Yeah, it seems like that. Like, I mean, I talked to the main manager guy. He knows who I am by name, and he's still, man. I know he, for the most part, he's still with, like, I wanted to film in the store, just do little segments. He just doesn't pay me any attention. He just knows what I'm doing. But, like, beforehand with the old manager, he was an asshole. Like, he wasn't directly an asshole, but he was just an asshole, you know? So, I don't know. What perks do Lego store employees get? As far as I know, when you first start working there, you have to work there for 3 months before you can get your discount. So, like, you know, when you first start there, it's like, I don't know, 20% off Lego. And, like, there's a certain amount of Lego you can buy in a year, I think. And then you're not allowed to get sets on release day. You don't get gift with purchases right away either, unless there's extra stock and your manager's nice enough to set aside a copy for you. Is the gist of what I've heard. And then, like, after 3 months, then it's up to 50%. But again, you can only do on select items or whatever. Like, they're really tight on how you go about that. Oh, if I just read Hoarders, whatever. That just goes to show how much I have stored in my head. Yeah, worth more for your Lego. Yeah, I'd say, like, people ask me, why don't you just work for the Lego store? I'm like, yeah, in theory, that'd be the dream, but I just am like, retail is a chore enough as it is. No matter where you go, that's retail. Retail is a chore enough as it is. Being in the environment and seeing Lego sets all day and building Lego sets, sure. I'm sure there's so many perks to working at the Lego store, but there's a lot of things that have to align for it to be a worthwhile thing. So it's just, yeah. My middle ground in terms of working for Lego is doing Bricklink, because I create my own hours and it's always decided on when there is an order. And the only responsibility I have is making sure the order is packed up and shipped out in a timely manner. And then, of course, buying sets to part out to keep up inventory. That's at my own. I'm like my own boss, you know? I decide how much effort I put into it, and therefore how much money I get out of it, kind of thing. So. Because another thing, too, is like people who do full-time Bricklink, they don't get to build as much. And like they have no time because they're always packing orders. And then the same thing goes for people who worked at Lego store. Like, I've heard a lot of people who just are like, I went into working at Lego being a Lego fan, and I came out of it just not wanting to give a shit about it anymore. Oh yeah? I mean, Lego Friends sets aren't horrible. It's just not for everyone in terms of the... They have some pretty cool builds. Yeah, no facts. See, the thing is, like, my retail position is cool enough for, like, okay, we all know I'm on the autism spectrum, and I can go on and on and explain this and that, but, like, there's a social battery I have, and, I don't know, from what I understand, working 8 hours consistently, now, again, it's different for every store and your position or whatever, but, like, going every there, so what am I saying? Every day, back-to-back, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, I'd be so emotionally drained. I couldn't do it. I'm thankful in the sense for like with where I work, it's sometimes a few days in a row and then a few days off, or on off, on off, on off. So I have some days where I can recoup. I don't know. Whatever. There's a whole lot of layers to it. Anywho, hello, Kenneth. How's it going? Oh no, I started this build last night. Part. Yeah, I just my point going with that comment was masking. Motion is being able to mask, and like, because again, that's another thing too, is you gotta bullshit your way and say when someone asks, hey, is this Lego set that's priced for $80? Like this, I'm just using this as an example. This is $80. Do you think this is a good $80 set? And then having to lie to the customer's face and say, I couldn't do that because I care too much about the product. And the fact of the matter of where I work is like, yeah, I care to some degree about the product where I work, but it's just like, am I emotionally invested in it where I just would be biting my tongue so consistently? You know, it's a morale thing. I have such an open mouth where I couldn't do that at a Lego store. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I've heard of a few people who've done that. Oh, yeah, they dropped the huge one. Okay. Alright, Ahsoka. We're almost about to build Soundwave some more. Yeah. Like, I applaud anyone who's a fan of the products where you work, like a super fan, because either you sip the sauce so much you see no flaws with it, or you are able to hold your tongue enough. There is no in between, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's finish this. Now that we've found the piece, yada yada. Whew. Appreciate y'all hanging around with during that brief intermission. I want to change the music already. What's this? No. Wait, what's this one? No, we're going back to daydreaming. Okay. Hello, Munchkin. Yeah, especially with all the stuff that Lego's releasing these days, like, can't be easy biting your tongue. Think about what you said. The budget of like $3,000. That's not really a lot when you think about. Is that like in retail value or like after the discount? Because like if it's after the discount, okay, maybe there's wiggle room for some more purchasing ability, sure. But I'm just like full price before the discount, $3,000 worth of sets. Like that just sounds like a bad deal. That just sounds like, I don't know, 5 UCS sets, and then that's it for your year. Like, ugh. I couldn't. Oh, Tinker, how's it going? No, I need this one. I would just vibe building the best set of 2025 as far as I'm concerned. We're almost done. We're like 2 bags away, 2.5 bags at this rate. Are you gonna perk your ears up? I love the sound brick, man. It's such a nice addition to this set. I do. I have 2 copies. I'd say, yeah, I'm a decent Star Wars fan. I consider myself casual, but I have my moments where I know the odd thing that others don't. I don't know, unless people start, like, in bulk proving I'm not, like, a casual Star Wars fan, I'm just sticking to calling myself a casual Star Wars fan. That's just how I see myself. Sorry, I'm bugging you. You poor Palm. The ATCE. You're in for a fun build. I don't think I really had any major gripes with that set outside of like figure selection and whatnot. Like what it is, that ATTE is not horrible. I don't know. Like I keep going on and on about like how price per piece is just a horrible way to measure a value of a set, and I feel like I'm just some random Lego fan in a straitjacket, and everyone's just looking at me like that guy's fucking crazy. But that's just genuinely how I feel about price per piece. I'll preach it from the rooftops until people understand that there's a different way of valuing a Lego set than just piece count. Like, yeah, piece count can play a factor. I mean, for example, you know, one piece, $2 million. Okay, yeah, okay, maybe that isn't the best, but like, I don't know. Being that nitpicky of saying, oh my goodness, every piece has to average out. Why am I making this tangent? It's just such a hot topic on my mind, okay? White weight to price. Yeah. I have built one Halo Mega Contract set, and I do have another one in my backlog. They got some wacky pieces. The droid carrier? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be getting any of the new Star Wars sets right away, especially at full retail. I might keep an eye out on Marketplace to see if some shady person has it for sale. Actually, you know what? Not that I can, but like, might as well start looking right now. I wouldn't mind getting that Arc 17, or no, the V19. Oh, it was a Battle of Hoth anniversary gift with purchase. Someone's in Edmonton. See, it's always Edmonton. I'm always seeing the like discounted, recently released Lego sets. And it's like, damn. Almost makes me wish I lived in Edmonton, but I'm like, no. So someone's got the new battle pack for 35. What is it, like 45? I forgot already. People are already saying it. It's like, whatever. Let's see. What is it? Oh, it's 50. That's actually not bad. But it's in Edmonton, so I'm like, I'm not even going to bother saving that listing. I might have to wait a week before I start seeing some listings. That's the only one I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah, hot off the truck indeed. Yeah, I think out of like my whole sale list in terms of Star Wars, I would like to get the V19 for like a heavy discount. Okay, Jango Starship too, but like V19 has piques my interest the most in terms of like, I'm not paying 85 for that. That just doesn't pass the eye test. Now in terms of what would I comfortably pay for that, I want to say like 65, honestly, which I think is what I said with Arc 170 as well. Like 65 Canadian ballpark would be what I'd pay for that comfortably. That's what I'd be looking for in Marketplace. 65 or lower. Obviously lower, but like, if that's consistently what I can find, you know? I doubt that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think the only influencer I know of is Brixie. But like, I know with Lego influencers, they're really strict in terms of like review copies. Like there's a special tape on it and whatnot. So like looking at this one, I don't know. Let's see. You know what it could be? No, like it would wise up at that point. I don't know. It's either obviously stolen off a truck, but like I do notice a pattern with these sellers. Like a good chunk of them always have a kid. So I don't know what that kind of has in correlation with one another. So it makes me think maybe they're at like maybe a Toys R Us or something like that. And they get like, I don't know, 50% off. And then they're just trying to shave off the extra to get the extra $15 in profit. So that way, you know, sell it back to the community. They make somewhat extra money. And someone is that, I don't know. That's just my assumption. I wouldn't know. That's a great way to get kicked out of LAN. Like there's no real, okay, to be fair, if they have the set and they hold on to it for 5 years, I'm sure there's a way you could pass it on or something like that because it's built. But in terms of in a sealed state and Lego finds out, which they will, it's a great way to get kicked out of LAN and be banned and etc. Yada yada yada. So Lego's just so cautious over that kind of stuff, rightfully so. You know, you don't want to send like $500 worth of product to someone under the pretense that they're gonna do content on it to promote your product, and they just turn around and get $500 from it. Like, just know that the idea is the person they send the money to, they get $500 through the content creation. You know, so. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Minifigures leak through the leaks of the factory. That's true. That gift with purchase is really good. Fire Speeder's not bad. MTT is not bad. Full price is just the issue. Like, it'd be a few bucks cheaper, it'd be better. Yeah, you're pacing yourself. I mean, I'm not going to hate you just for expressing your money. I may look at you just like a Twitch funny. It's whatever. But, like, for the majority of Star Wars fans saying that the turbo tank is overpriced and that it's garbage, yada yada yada, and then turn around and actually buy the turbo tank at full price, that's when I really am like, what? But no, if you like wanted to buy like 3 Star Wars sets like what you did, Hoarder, I don't. Again, your money, do with it as you please. If you feel like that's worth full price, that's up to you. And again, you get a good gift with purchase too on top of that, and points. I don't blame the mindset. It's just right now for the turbo tank especially, I will look at people funny if they say, yeah, I had to get the turbo tank. I know Owen will. He said he bought the turbo tank. I was like, what the fuck are you doing buying that early? There's no reason. See, that's another thing. I never understand buying $100 plus Lego sets early if you live nearby a Lego store. Maybe I've been sipping the sauce too much, but like if you're going to spend over $100, I want that $5 cash back. And that's like as a Canadian. I know with like in America, they got rewards programs up the yazoo. But in Canada, I've like, oh, I found the turbo tank early at Walmart. And it releases in like 3 days. And I'm like, do you not want free Lego gift with purchase? Which, whether or not you want or not, that's still free money. And then cash back as well. And then on top of the fact it's the turbo tank. Like, why the hell are you paying full price for that? So, I don't know. Oh, they're very strict. Very, very. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, I'm sure, you know, you could argue, oh, I could have waited for a sale for Soundwave. And I'm like, no, I see the value in paying full price for him. I'm sure others are wanting Soundwave and waiting for a sale. I see the value in it. So, yeah. Where am I in this build? Oh, okay, we're at this point. Why didn't I turn the page?
You okay, Ahsoka?
Yeah, exactly. Buy for you, don't buy because of the hype. A better deal will always come along. Like, that's just always what I try and preach, is like, you know, unless it's like something you're dying for, just wait. Wait for the best use of your money for it. Try and put some planning into it. Don't just buy it because you found it early. Like, I hate when I see posts that are like, I bought it because I found it early. It's, unless it's like CMS, I don't understand the hype of getting it early. Like, to be fair, I know my dad's like listening and he's gonna be like, you always were trying to track down sets early. I'm like, yeah, that's because of the hype. And because, like, am I really gonna get anal about buying a $20 set early, a week early, just for like a few cents worth of points? No. Like, I know I'm gonna be dumping a few more money to get a gift with purchase, whatever. Let's see. When Soundwave first appears in the Transformers pilot episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 1, he is present on Cybertron and takes on the form of a futuristic lamppost to spy on the Autobots. I remember I made an Instagram post where I laughed at that because it was literally just him T-posing. Prime wasn't even discounted. Oof. Well, Optimus Prime is still good at full retail, I'd say. I was fortunate enough I got it at half off. But, yeah. You gonna make me do homework and look up that set number? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one you were talking about last night. Yeah, that's a good set. Okay. He stands up without his feet for the most part.
Yeah, okay.
Zane's Titan Mech. Isn't that retired? Or is there one at a local shop that you've been eyeing up? Or is there a different Titan Mech you're talking about? I'm thinking of Legacy for some reason. It's almost lunchtime. My stomach's telling me so. I think we'll be done this build by the time I'm starving. What about you, Ahsoka? You want some lunch? You're just snoozing. Yeah. See, I wish I had a little blankie that I could just wrap you in with the material I know you like. RL comparison to which set? Depending on what set you want a comparison to Soundwave with. We'll see if we can make it happen. Is this just for 1 foot? No, it's gotta be for 2 feet. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's 4 in the afternoon. Well, my sleep schedule's whacked. I woke up at noon, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll be grabbing that set, unfortunately, for myself, so I can't help you on that part, unfortunately. But yeah. Ooh, that's a brilliant technique. Get those in there. Neat. Yeah. If anyone's ever on the fence with this set, just pick it up. You won't regret it. I don't think like there's anything at the moment I despise with this set. 6 a.m. felt sick. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully you feel better soon. Being sick sucks. I've had this lingering cough. I don't think I've had it much this morning or this afternoon today. But like I've had times where I just have a burst of coughing. And it's been like that for like the past week and a half. So maybe I had something. I don't know. But like the only symptom I had was just an annoying cough. So I don't know. Being sick sucks though. Am I doing that right? Hold on. That's good. It's just got out of your system now then. It's always best when your body just kind of flushes it out of you. Okay, yeah, these feet are much simpler than I thought it was going to be, which is not bad. Doesn't need to be anything super complex. I would love to see how this Lego Soundwave compares to a Masterpiece Soundwave, because I think those two are, for the most part, somewhat similar in price. I'm just curious about scaling. I know, right? You'd think by now they would have fixed that. Like, I don't know, it's Lego with their packing job, but it's also UPS. It's a combination of both. But I felt the piece fall under here. I guess not. Yeah, I'm really hoping your Soundwave arrives unscathed. Will you be keeping the brickheads, or do you plan on flipping it? Nice. I used to have all my brickheads together on a shelf here, but I've started like separating the brickheads to correlate with whatever shelf I have them connected to. It's like with my Toy Story ones, I need to put my Toy Story ones over with my Buzz Lightyear shelf. I got my Minecraft brickheads with my Minecraft setup. Yada yada yada. You're a good girl, Ahsoka. No, you're good. You're good. We're all just here for the vibes. Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. The way the leg flips out. Oh, and how sturdy is that? That's not bad. I like that. Anything falling off? No. Alrighty. Can I tilt this back a bit? No. That's fine. No, wait. Oh, his knees! He's got bendable knees that go backward. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Last bag. That's another thing I was like on the fence about. It's like people are like, does he have posable knees? And I'm like, look at that. Those are posable knees. You can get some actual knee action going on here. Look at that. And then the thing is, oh yeah, okay. Try and convince me this set is garbage. I guarantee you, you're not winning that argument. This set is literally perfection. As good as they come, man. Alright, we gotta do his backpack, so I'm gonna turn him around right now. Yeah, right, we gotta cover up that. That makes sense. Just sorting all the chunky pieces aside because I want to be able to shift through these parts easier. Okay. Yeah, there's that cough. It's still hanging around. It's just not as thick. I honestly do think he's better than Optimus. Like, Optimus was the best of the two at the time, which honestly wasn't much of a competition. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, if they didn't include the sound brick, I would have been like, maybe we got to debate this a little. But the fact he comes with the sound brick just adds that much more. It pushes him over the edge, I'd say, of being just superior. He literally says he's superior, and he is. Now, I tell you, the one thing that would make this a lot that would beat Soundwave being the best Lego Transformers set is if they made Megatron. And I don't want to hear no fucking tank argument. I want the gun. They made a Lego Megatron with the gun form. That's how you top Soundwave. Nice, Hoarder, nice. So the big question is, how much kibble is this guy going to have, and how much am I going to be able to tolerate? Because again, casual Transformers fan, but I got to keep in mind the super Transformers fan is going to throw a shit fit if there's more than 2 little things of kibble. Kibble is basically like how much it is exposed that shows it transforms. It's basically in a nutshell what that means. Will they do it though? Honestly, I want to say that with the way they're acting, they're not going to do Megatron. But I mean, they do reference Megatron in the instructions. So they know who he is. I think the challenge is trying to find, because again, they got to go back and forth with Hasbro and like, hey, we have our own supposed alignment of company values, whatever. How can we do this? And then just going back and forth until they both agree on something. Because at the end of the day, this is a collaboration. I would love to see them do Megatron and Starscream. It's just a matter of how they do it. I'll be so pissed off and disappointed if we go back to Autobots next year. If they continue this trend of like, you know, we got Bumblebee and Soundwave back to back. One would assume we'd get another one next year. I would just be so disappointed if we went back to Autobots again. Like we were discussing last night, that like a good way that they could use as like a filler of sorts to do an Autobot and a Decepticon next year is just do a set that's just straight up cassettes for Soundwave. People will buy it, myself included. You do a set that's just, it is a Decepticon set where it's just the cassettes, I'll be online, I'll get it. Just please don't do another Autobot next year. Give us a Decepticon. I like the idea of like 2 back to back and then 2 back to back and then flip flopping between those two, because then, you know, you're not going to be sick of like, oh my god, another Autobot. You know, it's just like with Star Wars fans, they're like, oh my god, another original trilogy set. You know, Jazz would be cool. Ratchet's an interesting one because his original G1 design, I think, was a little weird, if I'm not mistaken. So, obviously, they go for like how he appears in the cartoon, but it's just like, would they reference the original toy look in some capacity? I'd like to think they would. I mean, they've referenced so much in just 3 sets alone. Monita, yeah. Galvatron's is an entirely different character, though. He just, like, it just doesn't fit that bill. Megatron has to be Megatron. There's no ways you can skin that cat and say it's good enough. It just will not suffice. Your fur is everywhere, Ahsoka. Okay, that's obviously head storage. Got it. See, and like, you're not wrong. This is... see, that brings up another point I wanted to bring up is... I would have preferred 2 smaller plaques included in this set just for Ravage and Laserbeak. Like, I might actually go as far as to see if like I can get customs made. Because I think that's another nitpicky thing. Is how the sound brick was packaged, but also the lack of plaque for a Ravage and Laserbeak. Are you okay? Okay, baby girl? I don't know. But for the most part, Soundwave is just done very nicely. Starscream's in the same boat. I would love a Starscream. It's just, again, fighter jet. Laserbeak, man. You know how much Laser... Okay, Ravage has done his own fair share too, but like, Laserbeak's popular for a reason. Like, even Megatron basically sees Laserbeak as a pet. I think there's more iterations of Laserbeak than there is Ravage in, like, the cartoons. Sideswipe would be cool. I'm trying to think. If there was an Autobot, what would it be? It's just for shits and giggles. I would love for them to do Hound. G1 Hound. Just so that I can throw it in Lego's face. Well, to be fair, legitimately, another G1 Autobot I wouldn't mind getting, like, say, next year. Blaster, as I think his name. Let's see. Transformers G1 Blaster. Yeah, his name is Blaster. I think that'd be a cool... Like, I would let it slide if we got an Autobot next year if it was Blaster. I'd let it slide. Because he's basically the Autobot equivalent to Soundwave. In terms of transformation. Prowl? Prowl? I don't know. Like, Lego keeps flip-flopping on what the hell they want to do for police sets. So I don't know. Prowl would have to be demanded for. They could totally do it, though. Ironhide... I mean, if they do Ratchet, Ironhide isn't too difficult to do either. But, like, I feel like we're more likely to get Ratchet than Ironhide. Cliff Jumper would be a cool one, because... then it'd be a way of tackling Bumblebee again in a way. Like I don't know. There's a lot of Autobots where they just are just recolors. Wheeljack. That could translate into Lego form well. It could. I think Lego's going based off popularity right now of characters. So what you have to do is look at, like, top 10 most popular Autobots that are, like, household names. Like, obviously, for, like, us in the chat here, we're for the most part recognizing these names, but, like, let's be honest. We've consumed a fair bit of Transformers media. We got to think like Lego, where they're like, okay, for someone who's only known these characters through word of mouth, you know, what will sell? From like, oh, I remember hearing about that character. Oh, he does that? That's cool, you know? But yeah, Ratchet is more likely than Ironhide, I think. Ratchet is a household name. Also, I just realized we're doing Soundwave's head. Cool. I've seen people talk about, like, they would love to see a Decepticon Devastator. And as much as I agree that would be cool, I think that unless they're going to do it right, they shouldn't do it at all. Because Lego could totally be like, look at like these little construction vehicles, micro construction vehicles. If you flip out this or that, it'll transform into armor or leg or whatever, and then you can put them all together for Devastator, which I think is not the right way to tackle a Lego Devastator. Yes, it's probably the easiest way to do it, but just that's not. No, I prefer they just don't do it at all then at that rate. I would want it actually to be like, you know, micro little robots or whatever that, you know, vice versa transform. Yes, it'd be a pain in the ass to try and figure that out, but like Lego would just cheap out and just do that. Because again, HasLab, I think, has a thing going on where it's just basically that. So again, I don't know. It's up to both Lego and Hasbro if they decide to tackle that, if that's the way they want to go. I'd be disappointed. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for anyone wondering, I went with the red eyes for Soundwave, because if I'm not mistaken, the yellow eyes are the toy version. Transformers, Soundwave. Yeah, red is cartoon, and I want cartoon. Alrighty. Here we go, putting the head on the good old Soundwave. Something doesn't feel right. I feel like we're missing something there. Oh, right. Okay, so there we go. That's better. That looks more natural. His neck looked weird. Nice. Red superior, yellow inferior. I mean, I mean, it costs nothing. It costs like a penny to fucking throw in the option to swap out the eyes. So I like that. I like the idea of choice. Unless it becomes a pain in the ass. Like, the biggest pain in the ass choice in a LEGO set that I remember was the Avengers Quinjet. It's nice that they included an extra sticker sheet to do either the SHIELD logo or the Avengers logo. But honestly, you're only getting the 2 tiles. So the decision you make is the decision you make. And it's like, okay, why not include just 2 extra tiles so you can sticker off? You know, then you can swap it. I think I forgot to do that. I think I said I was going to buy those pieces so I could do that, and I just didn't. I need to do that still. Oh, I need to put a 1x1 on there. Now, I know with the G1 toy, these are basically his batteries, and you can stick them in the back. But with the LEGO set, I don't think these are big enough to actually put the shoulder-mounted cannon and the blaster, like transform them into batteries and fit them in the back. I think the back end is strictly just for the head storage. So there might be some kibble on this guy that's more than average. Again, it all boils down to like how much I'm willing to tolerate. But yeah, Soundwave is so solid looking right now. Yeah, he was hoping he doesn't. Oh, yes, absolutely, Dion. Oh, that's cool. Shoulder-mounted cannon. Okay, now we got his blaster, his sonic blaster gun thing. I don't know. It really, most likely in his cassette player mode, just so that it conserves on space. But like, I'm very curious how this transformation is gonna look. No, I didn't do that right. That's an easy fix. I tell you, I'm very intrigued to see how this transformation is going to look. We're building up to it. Oh, you're that comfy, huh? Yeah. You're flat as a pancake right now. You only do that when you're really comfy. Goofball. Maybe. I mean, I do have my Transformers shelf that is above my bed a bit. But that is a good idea. Having like next to my TV or something would be pretty fire. Of an idea. Definitely going to toy around and see how I best agree with displaying him in the Lego room here. I don't see what the land reviewers were saying. This is fine. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm undecided. No, I remember I watched a land review and they're like, oh, the gun is floppy. And I'm like, maybe it's because my copy's fresh, but like, I don't see a real issue with his hand leaning to the side a little bit. I mean, yeah, obviously if it leans that way, it's going to fall completely all the way. But like, I don't see that as like a groundbreaking issue, you know? No, no barkies. You go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. No worries, nah. It's funny. Alrighty. We place the final sticker and then we start figuring out the transformation. Don't bark, I'm concentrating. Good girl. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. Like, we're just literally on the transformation right now, and then we're done. I mean, technically we're done right now, but we ain't done until we get this transformation figured out. They wanted me to scan some QR code? No, thank you. You tell me how to transform them now. Alrighty. So we remove the gun. Remove the shoulder cannon. Flip up the feet. Arms are flat. Flip the hands up. Take the butterfly joints and face it back. Okay. He's getting back heavy. How's that? Oh, that's perfect for a voice line. Okay. Take the slightly tight ratchet joint there. Oh, let's come apart slightly there. That's fine. Flip this up. Like that. Oh, we're supposed to flip this up as well. Oh. Have it turned like this. Just literally flip it upwards. I feel like he's gonna break, but he's not. So that's good. Now we flip this up. Oh, I had a piece pop off. It's a 1x1 tile, so it must have had friction against something. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, Cristo. Oh, we're supposed to, right, flip those over, okay. Does that tab in anywhere? No, it's just kind of gravity for the second here. Okay, and then these tab into the back here. There's like a brick-built clip. So the butterfly joints go from being attached to the middle of the torso to connecting to the bottom of the leg. Genius engineering there. Can I get this to align? Am I just being dumb? Yes. Okay, now what? Oh, and these flip up to cover this up. That's excellent. Nice. Loving this. And then flip the battery pack down. Turn his head around. Kind of similar to Optimus in that way. Okay. 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 That's the end of the speed build footage. Okay. What else does the instructions say? How to change the batteries, how to put cassettes in, and then just the usual mumbo jumbo shenanigans. Okay. So Soundwave is done. Okay. So I guess I do have one complaint. He is a little kibble heavy on the back there. Now, I know on camera you guys see that this looks fine. But if I show it like that, the arms are probably the biggest issue for kibble. Now, I'm trying to keep in mind that this is a Lego set. And I'm just trying to think, in terms of Lego set designer, trying to not parts form, because that's the forbidden rule of Transformers is parts forming. How do you translate something like this? Like how would I tackle the arms? And honestly, I don't know. I'm almost of the mindset, which I think is what the designer was probably thinking too, of like, no one's really going to be displaying this with the back exposed unless it's in robot mode. Also, I will give the benefit of the fact of this. The G1 toy, at least the remake that I have, my biggest issue is that I could never find a spot. Like, yeah, okay, you can put the batteries in the backpack, sure. But the tip of the laser, I couldn't find anywhere to store. So it's always, I almost never display my G1 Soundwave toy in cassette mode because I just have that loose. It just wasn't worth it. It's just cooler to have them on display like this. This gives you the option to do both, regardless of the amount of kibble. So I think it, like again, keeping in mind just overall the design, like robot mode, perfect. Cassette mode, back end is a chunk of kibble. But with the fact that this is a Lego set, there has to be some limitations. So I think I'm okay with that kibble. I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm okay with it because it offers back storage. There's no real way to transform the shoulder-mounted cannon and the gun. So, like, this just is the logical step because already you're going to have the loose pieces from Ravage and or Laserbeak. And they're just trying to minimize how many loose parts you have when you transform. Transformation is simple and easy like the G1 toys. I think that's fine. I literally think that I can accept that kibble. Yeah. So it's definitely something I'll address in my review. But like honestly, I'm not too bothered by it. I'm really not. Like I feel like I'm having a pretty open mind with this set. Trying my best not to let bias take over. I'm just thinking in my head, like, how would I try, like, for a Lego set, how would I go about covering up those arms? Like, there's no real way to make an additional paneling. That could work well, I feel. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm being too nice with it, or do you think I'm being just the right amount of fair? I'm not being nice enough to him. No, I truly don't feel like I got scammed in any way with this set. Full price, worth it. If I had to have an honest complaint about this set, it would be the lack of plaque with the stats for Laserbeak and Ravage. That would be the only thing that I could honestly nitpick about and complain about. Okay, so I've transformed it into cassette mode, or cassette player mode. How easy is it to do it reverse? That's the next question I guess we should be asking before we, like, try and wrap up. So you have to remove the shoulder cannon, remove the blaster, which is attached fairly nicely. Remove the back of that, put these together. Okay, I'm not going to look at the instructions. I'm just going to see if, like, I've done it once. Can I reverse it without looking at it again? So, okay, we had this like that. We had to remove the clip attachment from the leg. Okay. Fold the legs down, just like the G1 toy. Okay. Also flip the bottom of this that was used to cover up that ratchet joint. Twist the leg, and then down. Flip the foot out. And then rinse and repeat for this side. Shockwave, I would love to see them do. Butterfly joints attached. Flip down the ratchet joint of the arms. Attach the shoulder cannon. Attach the gun. Oh, I probably should have done this before the shoulder cannon. Let's take that off. Flip the backpack out. Take out the head. Turn it around. Bada bing, bada boom. That is a satisfying transformation. And I did it without any issue. So that passes that test, whatever that was of a test. There you go. There's your noise effect, Dion. Yeah, and then for robot mode, I mean, sure, you could argue the floppy gun hand is a bit of a pain, but again, like, maybe doing this hand with a ratchet joint could have been the way to go, or a ball joint, maybe. But again, trying to get that hand to look as hand-like as possible. Oh, right! This is another thing I was trying to prove. Let's see. So the ball joint is a little weird, but that's fine. Okay. Right. Eject. What the heck? Oh. Maybe a sturdier connection for the tape deck glass. I'm nitpicking at this rate. I'm very much nitpicking. So remove the vent piece on the arm here so that exposes the two jumpers. You get Laserbeak all built up. And then I think how I discovered when we were messing around with it last night was if we flip up Laserbeak's legs, we should be able to just attach him like so. And like the fact that it's at an angle works fine. So you can display him with Laserbeak, even though it has admittedly some parts forming. But look at that. That's pretty good, I'd say. If you want to have the iconic Laserbeak on his arm thing. It's not at all called out in the instructions or whatever. It's just me thinking with my old noggin. I love that quote, Carter. I love this set. I really, like, you guys know me. Like, I try and look for any flaws in a set, especially when I first put it together. I mean, obviously, I might find something when I mess around with it, but, like, genuinely, it's a solid set. It really is. Like, they translated this fairly well. Whoops, that was on my end of an error. Carter over here quoting Dark of the Moon. That's not put on right. Hold on a second. No, I had it right to begin with. What the heck am I doing? See, that makes me wonder, is there anywhere I could, like, temporarily stick the vent piece? I mean, I could stick it on the back of him, sure. If I wanted to display him with Laserbeak out on his arm. And then it's like, okay, display him with Ravage next to him. I think, yeah, just for the sake of space conserving, I will display them in cassette player mode. But, like, when I do take it out to, like, mess around with it, I could totally imagine myself just leaving it on the desk just like this. Like, that would be so sick. Man, I'm looking at this and I'm just so in love with this. This is so worth the wait. And the money, too. It's just... See, now I'm like, okay, looking at all angles, is there any parts that stick out that shouldn't? I think the only part that does, which again, I'm nitpicking, there is that Technic axle that's sticking out on his side there, but to be fair, his arms kind of cover that and you're not really paying attention. The back end that holds the, like, the Technic beam right here is primarily just to hold the sound brick in. No, I want two, Carter. I think, yeah, the Technic blends in well. I don't think there's anything that sticks out like a sore thumb. I really don't. The color scheme for this is just really well done. Nothing really sticks out like a sore thumb. Generally, just a great set. I do wish you can kind of get him to kick, though, but like the best you can do is that. But, I mean, if you own a G1 version of Soundwave, you kind of have some expectations enough as it is. Arms are fairly posable for the most part. I don't feel like they're going to fall apart. Stickers weren't annoying at all. Yeah. And then what, the build time was like, what, 4 or 5 hours? I'm just messing around with it on camera for you guys right now. Just yeah, this transformation's clean. I mean, I have some concerns of like the ratchet joint at the top of the thigh there, but it seems sturdy enough where it's just paranoia, most I'd say. Yeah. Everything's fairly solid with this set. Why do you think I've been such a Soundwave supporter? Oh, I need to stretch. Oh my goodness. This is my set of the year. I don't think anything can top this set. like, sure, Lego's released a bunch of beautiful sets this year. And, like, granted, I still haven't built the new Ninjago modular, but, like, I think I am confident in saying nothing can top this in terms of being, like, my favorite set that's released this year. They executed this so well. Only real complaint I guess I have, like, after all said and done, that I can consistently think of as an issue is the lack of plaques for these two. I am curious, though, if the stats are similar or exactly the same stats as, like, the Masterpiece, because I know the Masterpiece Soundwave comes with the stats, or maybe it's like the G1 toy. I know I have the G1 toy packaging somewhere, so I can look at that. But I'm just curious, like, if the stats are consistent with the other Transformers toys, maybe I could go out of my way to try and see if I can get customs made for plaques. And for anyone who says that, like, the micro Soundwave is so useless, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. You just don't appreciate it enough. Like, 2 printed tiles? Like, why not, you know? I work for Monster Enterprises. I'm telling you guys, you gotta let me cook with the channel lore. Just let me cook. See, and then it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what else can I say as a dislike with this thing? Like, honestly, I keep coming back to the back kibble, and I'm like, no. Like, factually speaking, no one is going to be displaying Soundwave in this form with the back exposed. It's just factually not going to happen. That's an okay compromise. And I'm glad they went with that as a compromise. I mean, yeah, I could nitpick saying, oh, you know, where am I going to put all the loose pieces? I mean, I'm already attaching them to the back of the stand right now as we speak, so it's like, you know. I would love more cassettes. I think if Lego wants to play chicken with doing Decepticons, give me another cassette Lego set for like 50 Canadian, and you can buy yourself some more time. That's what I would say. Yeah, this set's perfect. It is the 2025 set. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just taking it all in. I'm just thinking about it, you know. I've waited so long, and just have this in front of me. It's like, it's so cool. And okay, for anyone who's wondering, I'll convert this guy if anyone really cares about like size comparisons. So like, okay, you guys have seen how I transformed Lego Soundwave. See how I transformed the G1 toy. Okay. So you turn the head around, and like, again, the head just has a little divot. It just flips down. And it merges in with the backpack. And if, you know, in terms of the Lego set, again, these like little things are supposed to be like batteries that go into the back here for storage. But like I was saying, like, I can do both, sure. But then it's like, okay, the battery, this battery in particular, you know, it extends. So that's not going to work with the Lego one. But like, you know, you flatten that, boom, there's your batteries. Also, Laserbeak popped out there. I have to fix that. Okay, and then the hands, they retract into the arm. I don't know how Lego could have done that and still had the arm be sturdy. Again, maybe someone will figure it out, but just I don't see how they could have done that. And you flip the arms back, select the butterfly joint, and they connect at the back here. And then with the legs, you flip it up, kind of like how the Lego set does. You turn these to the side. And then it all just kind of connects. So the issue with the G1 toy is it's weird metal pegs for the legs connection. And then boom, there you go. There's G1 Soundwave. And like, yeah, the G1 toy has like bonus features of like, it's got like a volume button on the side. And then, I don't know what this does. I haven't messed around with a cassette recorder in a hot minute, but there's that little functioning button too. Well, that's just how the G1 toy transforms. And like, yeah, it doesn't have as much kibble, but you just got to take into account, again, like I was saying, like, how would Lego factually do the arms, especially with the whole retracting thing? It's just, you know, and like, I'm honestly surprised they even took into account, like, hey, have some exposed studs to put the blasters on the back there. Scaling is absolutely the biggest issue with these Transformers things, because you want it to be consistent enough in terms of like having them all on display. And that's probably one of the bigger challenges with these Transformer sets, is trying to scale them decently. And then also trying to stay as faithful as you can to the G1 toy. And like, again, like I said, I think they've done a spectacular job. I need to stop dropping Laserbeak. He's going to come at me in my sleep if I keep this up. There's your size comparisons. I'm fairly happy with how this turned out. I really am. Literally all I was expecting, and it's all I got. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, and then like I know I said I was concerned with the chrome vent pieces on Laserbeak. I don't think I'm going to be worried long term. Like, I find myself already just gripping right here to grab the piece to attach to him. So anywhere tear isn't going to be a huge issue like it was with Optimus. So, and like I said, in terms of like when you want to display, like I got Ravage in the deck right there. I just threw his extra bits on the plaque there. I'm assuming you can do the same with Laserbeak, but yeah. 241 Canadian. That's my total price that I paid after GST and all that. There's an air bubble on the sticker. Yeah. I wish they said in the instructions if this is actually Frank Welker's voice or not, because it's kind of elusive to that question. That's another thing too. In the G1 cartoon, Soundwave is known for like creating energon cubes for them to fill up. Again, I'm reaching here. I acknowledge I'm reaching here, but a fun accessory would have been if they could have included a brick-built translucent cube that you can attach to his chest somehow. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's something you can mod if you really wanted to, and just have it so that it attaches, and then it makes it look like it's coming out with an energon cube. Again, not necessary for all that you're getting here. I'm just thinking of, like, you know, what other fun accessories could they have included, you know? I think Ravage is the biggest pain of the two to actually line up correctly in the tape deck. That's a nitpick, though. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with that. Okay. I'm going to double check for any Lego leaks, and then if not, I don't know. I think I should probably get to work on some stuff throughout the day. There is not. What's a better set? Honestly, in the context of the Transformers sets, this is better. Like, I'm trying to, like, think in my head, what flaws does Optimus have, what flaws does Bumblebee have, and what flaws does Soundwave have? And Soundwave doesn't really have that many flaws. You know, like, just keeping a rational mindset to it, you know? Like, as of right now, Soundwave, Optimus, and then Bumblebee is how I'd rank the three. Like, this is a great addition to anyone's collection. It really is. Transformers fan, casual, or extreme. Of course, there's the argument of, oh, I could just go buy a masterpiece at that rate. And absolutely, if that's what you want. It's totally up to you. But, like, as someone that's, like, a Lego fanatic like me, who just dabbles in Transformers, like, this is fucking amazing. It really is. Like, I just keep coming back to the fact of, like, if they just released it as is, you know, no sound brick, like, the sound brick really is just the cherry on top. It really is. Like, like, that is probably going to be the one sticker I'm going to have to replace because I've worn down the sticker so much from pressing this damn button, which makes me wonder then maybe it should have been printed, but I just, yeah, in my eyes, there is no better set in 2025. There's some good contenders, but, like, solid build experience, solid transformation, solid robot mode. Just so much love put into this. Again, runner-ups could be Mecha Team Leader, but I watched Christo's live stream of that, and there's, like, some nitpicks I could give about that. Again, just from watching his stream. But again, I'll build it eventually, so I will see if that's an issue for me or not. And then the vending machine. Vending machine honestly has the play feature and the minifigure selection going for it. This, I feel, just has so much going for it, you know? I'm just like, what else? What else is out there that like come close to it, you know? It's just nothing else comes to mind. So I don't know. Maybe if they could have made this connection a little better. It's like the second time now that that's happened. Yeah. Made that connection just slightly better, but I'm nitpicking. I won't even try and deny it. I am nitpicking for like issues with this set. It literally is perfect. The best 2025 set. Like, it's something you can play with. Like, I know I'll be playing with this, and for the most part, it meets my criteria. It beats my criteria for something like this. And then, of course, you know, like, oh, it's made for a kid. Literally, this is an 18+ thing. Like, I don't even want to hear it. This thing will be fun to play with. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. This has been quite a treat. This has been so worth the wait. Like, you bet your ass I'm going to be playing with this all day today. As for what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, I don't know. I might just take it easy. Play with this guy for a bit. Maybe play some video games. But, yeah. If you're on the fence at all with buying this set, you got your... Oh, you're trolling. You're trolling. If you're on the fence at all with buying this set, just buy it. Like, I paid full price for this. I don't see any major complaints with this set. The audio just muted for you. But yeah, perfection. The set is perfection. So,
Soka, come here. Come here, Soka. Come here, baby. Yes, come here. Oh, yes. So, I know, Sleepy. I know.
So, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. Seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with me as I built this amazing set. It's great that we had Ahsoka hanging out with us. So, I don't know. I don't know what our next build is going to be. I really don't know. But,
it's fine. Go back to your bed.
She's so tired. Sorry, I'm just so blown away by this build. I'm just taking it all in. Yeah. All right. I'm off, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button if you enjoyed this build stream. And I really hope this convinced you guys to get Soundwave, because it really is worth the money. It really is. I really hope that LEGO sees just how well they knocked out of the park with this set. And I'd love to see more Transformers LEGO sets. Just another Decepticon for the next one, please. Don't just make Soundwave and go back to doing Autobots. That is my #1 request, if LEGO is all listening to my tiny little voice. Yeah. Pat on the back. Transformers team. Okay. Small chance I'll go live on Twitch for anyone who cares, but yeah. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Or video. I gotta work on videos too. Oh well. Alright. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Lego Soundwave! We finally have perfection! Take care, guys.